Hi guys, welcome back. Today's video we'll be discussing about account receivables. Account receivables basically stand up for your customers whom are due to pay you. Okay. Now, the first configuration step for account receivables would be my customer account group, then uh, assignment of number ranges, then creation of customer, then invoice postings. Next step, incoming payments from customers. So these are the few steps we are going to follow. Account receivables is similar to what we have uh, underwent training for account payables, except for the fact that account receivables deals with customers. You can see the prerequisites for payables for creating a vendor. What were the prerequisites? Let me show you. Let me go to the payments tab, sorry, the payables tab here. For creating a vendor, first thing we had to do was vendor account group, next creation of vendor, that is vendor master, then posting of vendor transaction. This was to be skipped. If you remember this, this is to be skipped. Let's leave. Just so there were 3 steps, and then followed by vendor invoice postings, then payments, and so on. Similarly, in account receivables, you have customer account group first as the first step, then number ranges is also part of the payables. I just mentioned it separately here in receivables, creation of customer, then invoice posting, then incoming payments. So if you have got a grip or a stronghold over payables, account receivables is going to be much more simple. Basically, these are siblings to each other. So let's start with the first step, customer account group. What is a customer account group? The definition is similar to what it was for vendor account group. It is used for grouping of customers, and it is mandatory because it controls the fields of customer master. For definition of account group, kindly refer to GL account group and a vendor account group and replace vendor with customer. Okay. Next, let's create a customer account group. Since this is a configuration, you will find it in SPRO. Under account receivables and payables, under customer accounts. Initially for vendor, we went under vendor accounts node. This time we're going to customer accounts node. Then master data, preparations, define account groups with screen layout. These screens are similar to what were for vendor. The T code is OBD2. Go inside. Once again, you may ask, how do we segregate or group customer? Again, you can group customers basing on their uh, land, such as domestic or international, and so on. So I'll be creating this 901D again. Is nothing specific. Why 901D? 901 being my company code and D for domestic. Same one-time account is similar to what we have discussed in AP in payables. One-time account is if I'm going to have this transaction only for once, then I wouldn't maintain the master data for that customer. Hence, I would check that and just go for a postings. I won't check this. That means you will be creating a master for any customer master in this group. Okay, you can go inside general data, company code data. You will find some fields and you can just make them suppress, record option or display. And I save the data. That's okay. You know this. Let me check. It is okay. The name. Let's go back. Regular one. Next. Create number ranges for customer accounts. T code being XDN1. For vendor, when we created number ranges, it was XKN1. It's XDN1 now. D for customer and K for vendor. Inside, change the intro. The intro will be anything. 90. That's okay. That doesn't harm. What's the next free number? Okay, this seems to be free number, but there are too many numbers. However, 499. Approximately 50 customers can be created. So choose the number range properly, wisely, so that the numbers are available for use by others as well. Next, assign the same number ranges to customer account groups. Well, I'm just hurrying up or not too much explaining this because we have already taken up these activity in vendor account group as well. Okay, just save because you have understood how system reacts or what the mechanism for system is. We have created the account groups and assigned properly the number ranges. Let me go back to my Excel. Number ranges are also done. Next, let's create a customer. Accounting, financial accounting, accounts receivable, master records, FD0 and create, FD0 to change, display, and so on. We'll be going with create. If you wish to have any changes, you can then go for change for an existing customer. I use my group, which I just created, company code 9001, and press enter. Do not enter the customer number here. Customer number will be picked by the system automatically. Title company, customer, for example, some XYZ electronics. Other fields are not mandatory. I'm leaving them blank. Country is mandatory. I'm filling it. Okay. Next. If you remember vendor master, we used to just continuously press enter. Screen would switch. Then we used to enter the reconciliation account. Here it's the same, but the mechanism is quite different. You need not press enter and scroll through all the screens blindly. You can just go to company code data. On the top, click on company code data, and you are directly at reconciliation account. Okay. Initially, I was at general data. This is called general data. Look at the heading says general data. You used to go to company code data, which is important for reconciliation account. Now I'm in company code data. If you wish to switch back to general data, you can click here. Now, similar to vendor reconciliation account, you will create a customer reconciliation account as well. So let's create a GL, leaving this screen behind. FS00, customer reconciliation account being my asset or current assets. I would be creating under current assets, the number being 1100. So the GL number should start 1,10,000. I see that there is already a GL with 1,10,000. So the next free number is 1,10,001. Sorry, wrong icon. This is the icon to create. The GL number I'll be creating is 1,10,001. Balance sheet. Next, customer reconciliation account. Right? Control data. Very important, reconciliation for account type. Customers in this case. If it were to be vendors, we would have chosen vendors. Line item display. Create bank interest G001 as usual and save. So now let's go to my customer field, my customer master, and assign this 1,10,000 GL there. I can also choose drop down or copy paste. It's the same thing. So we are done here. Let's just save. Now the customer number will be assigned to this so and so electronics. 101451 is the customer number. That's okay. Let me go back to my Excel. So I have created a customer as well. Now let me go to the invoice postings. Now T code for posting an invoice. Here it's FB70, accounting, financial accounting, accounts receivable, document entry, FB70 invoice. What was the T code for payables, posting and entry? It was FB60. Okay, but for customer it's FB70, and for GL it was FB50. Now, let's before going inside, what is the JV we are expecting? A customer account debit and a GL account credit. Let me check if I have some GL accounts for revenue. I have something under other revenue. Nah, not discount. Let me create a revenue account. Revenue account starting with 3 lakhs. 3 lakhs. That was the code. Then revenue account. Yes, it's a P&L. It should be revenue account. Then under control data, it's line item display and nothing else. G001 and save. I'm done with the creation of GL. Let's go for postings, FP70. So now we're in a position to post a JV, customer debit, and my revenue being credit. My customer account, just go with the drop down. Company code is 9001. Look here, when you go for drop down here, when there is no company code for the selection or the filtering, upon pressing enter, system would start searching in the whole system. But then I need my customer in my company code. So in the tab customers by company code, choose that and enter your company code and press enter so that the results are limited to your company code only. Right? Hope you understood. Today's date, the fields are similar: invoice date, posting date, reference. It's up to you. Invoice or billing, basically billing. Amount 10,000. GL account drop down. I know it's 3 lakhs, but still I'm going with the drop down. It's 3 lakhs. Revenue account. Star. Okay, system gives an error saying that number range 18 is missing because for DR we did not maintain any number ranges. So let's maintain one, FBN1, or double click on the error. You can just reach out there, but this is the quickest way. It says 18 was missing. 18, 20, 17, free number, I guess 4, 5, 5,000 is free, 5 till 999. This is a very simple thing which we have been doing since our beginning of training sessions. So I'm just kind of hastily moving so that to avoid further delays for the further advanced topics. Okay, so this is my JV where customer here is debit and the item here is apparently credit. So what difference do you see here in this screen and FB60 vendor screen? Not much, no? Instead of customer, it were to be vendor. That's it. Vendor would have been credit here, and here it would have been a debit. It's quite similar. Let's simulate. It says my customer account XYZ electronics account debit to revenue account credit. Let's post this. You can also complete. You can also have hold and park documents here. Just try it out. It's the similar thing. So after document is posted, we will then check the line items of a customer. As we used to check line items of vendor, we will be checking the line items of customer as well. It's now getting posted. It generally doesn't take much longer. Yeah, it's posted. So the document was posted. Let's check the line items of a customer through navigation, of course. In the beginning, later on, we'll be using the T codes. Accounts receivables, account, FBL5 and display chain line items. Next. I only have one customer, so no issues, just execute, or you can also specify a customer. So you see that there is a customer line item posted, 10,000 debit, of course customer is my debit, then due date, and it's red again. Yes, this is similar to what we have seen in vendor accounts, in payables, where red means that there is something that the post processing is still pending. Post processing such as outgoing or incoming payments or settlements. So here it's red. That means incoming payment is still pending in the customers. So now let's make an incoming payment of the customer, right? So, and the T code for making an incoming payment for customer is here. Let's go through path: financial accounting, accounts receivable, it's document entry, F-28 incoming payments, right? Let's head inside. Enter the following details such as document date, posting date. It's up to you. The bank account, yes, I know it's cash. Amount 10,000 is what I'm receiving from my customer. My customer account is here. The screen is also similar to what we have already seen in payables, where you enter the document date, posting date, and so on. Under the bank data, you enter the cash account, and the amount you enter the exact amount you are about to receive. Here you enter either cash or bank account. Under this account, under open item selection, you enter the customer account. And D is for your customer account type. Let it be as it is. I see that we'll be receiving an error. We'll be seeing an error here because the document type is DZ. For this also we haven't maintained the number ranges. Let's see. Click on process open items. There you go. Number range 14 is missing. Let me create the number range 14. Company code it's 9001. Under intervals we have here 14 2017. Yeah, 6000 is the latest. I mean 6000 is the free number because we just use 5000 to 500 and 500 5000 to 5999. So here I'll be using 6000 to 6999 and save. Just go back to f-28 and re-click process open items. Since we have already resolved the issue, system should be allowing us to go inside. Here you are. Since there is only one document to be received or due, we select this. This is now selected. You can go with simulate before postings. Here you have your document posted. Cash account debit, you're receiving the cash and your customer is being credited. Okay, and post. Document is posted. Now let's head back to customer line items. As soon as I refresh, it will turn green, correct? Because I have received the payment and the customer is knocked off. The invoice is or the billing is done. Okay, so it's turned green. Here DR was my invoice and DZ is my payment. We have already discussed this in the very beginning. All right. So we have also started accounts receivables. I hope you practice accounts payables very well. And in the next session, I would continue with uh, other variants of payments such as partial and residual. I shall give you an overview there. We will not be digging deep because we have already seen it in depth in payables. Okay, do not expect much in depth because it would be really tedious to just repeat what I have already taken up in the previous sessions. Please go to my previous sessions, refer to payables for outgoing payments such as partial, residual, and complete payments. Complete payment I just showed you for customer. For partial and residual, please base on what I have already taught or the session I have already taken for payables. However, I'll be taking a partial and residual, but not in depth. Okay. I really don't like repeated tasks. so I do whatever work I do with anything new, and I do it very interestingly. That's it. So thanks for your time. Thanks for the session. See you next time. Thank you.